Hello, my name is Catherine Pennell and I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Trepassey 50 Plus Friendship Club. What you are about to see is the result of a project that we undertook in the early spring and throughout the summer under the New Horizons program for seniors. We have received funding to do this project, and it entailed the recording of stories and songs from seniors. We also try to make it a bit intergenerational in that we try to include some of our youth doing some of these things as well. So what you are about to see is the result of many months of planning and cajoling and researching, and we hope that what you see you will be pleased and proud to pass it on to your children and your grandchildren.
It has often been said that everyone has a story. Each of our lives can unfold a chapter in time, moments in history, and fun with family and friends. As a culture and community, it is essential that we capture all that is ours, our stories, our songs, and our way of life. May all that is part of our past be carried forth from the old to the young in generations to come. Education plays a critical role in all our lives. It brings out memories of the past and really is the key to our future. Schooling has changed a great deal over the years. When we talk about generations together, let's first visit a typical classroom of today and then talk to some Trepassey residents who rekindle their experiences of the past.
We'll talk about that afterwards. What's that? Well, now yesterday, boys and girls, we did, what was the topic we did? Hobbies, okay? So what I want you to do is pick a topic and make the word web first before you start your paragraph, right?
And this is our classroom. And these are all the computers that the students use.
I'm just here for looks.
This is our snowboard. And this is our computer.
Computers and smartboards were not always permanent fixtures in classrooms of the past. Let's pay a visit to Jose and Marie Waddleton as they remember what school was like during their time.
I think I must have been 6 when I started school. I lived really close to school.
Okay.
And my brother brought me up to the school one day. And I remember there was sandboxes in the school, and the teacher sent me down there because I wasn't registered for school, so she sent me down there to play. And I was just down there. I was listening to everything that was going ahead, not playing with the sand at all. But anyway, it was a one-room classroom, and there was very few students.
Yeah.
And the desks were double desks, 2 people sat in a desk with an inkwell in them. And the pen was, there was a nib on the pen.
Okay.
So you dip your nib down in the ink and you'd write with it.
Yeah.
The slates were probably 10 inches long and probably 8 inches wide.
Yeah.
And there was a frame around them.
Yeah.
And we used chalk, and we'd write down whatever the teacher would have on the board. We'd write it down on our slate.
Yeah.
And then when we'd have one slate filled, there was nothing there to clean the slate with, so we'd lick the heel of our hand and clean off the slate. Clean it off good. Every 2 or 3 times we had to lick and rub, and lick and rub until you had the slate clean. Then you could write again. But we never knew how many germs we were licking at the time.
So who were the teachers here then that time when you were going to school?
All nuns.
Oh,
All nuns taught me.
and were any of the nuns from Trepassey that taught you, or
No,
all came from away?
no. The only nun closest to Trepassey that ever taught me was Sister Fabian.
Oh, okay.
And she was from Renews.
Oh, okay.
And that was in the high school.
Okay.
I think it was grade 7 probably.
And where was the school to at that time?
School was attached to the old convent,
Okay.
1 room. And then later there was 2 rooms built on.
Okay. And how many children now have they gone to the school at that time, say?
Oh, probably. Well, 1 classroom would be filled, but it would be from grade 1. There was no kindergarten, from grade 1 up to grade 11 at first, and then commercial was added to it.
Okay.
And it was called commercial at that time, and there was typing and shorthand. And we had the same teacher for 3 years, which was really good. We had Sister Rita.
Okay.
She taught us grade 9, 10 and 11.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sister Fabian taught us grade 7. We love Sister Fabian.
Yeah.
And when we graduated, she was still there, and she got our picture and put it up in the corridor
Go on.
as model students. We were anything but model, let me tell you.
Jose is not the only one around who recalls memories of her schooling days and being taught by the Presentation nuns. Miss Marie Waddleton was a veteran teacher in Trepassey after dedicating 29 years to her profession. Let's see what she has to say about schooling days of yours.
The nuns were here for over 100 years, and I always went to school to nuns, right from the beginning, right up through, and of course my parents did, and probably my grandparents did too. And you can see now the fruits of it all, because what the nuns taught us, we passed on to the children, teaching, passed on to our families, and you know, we really got all around education. Now, we didn't have it.
So what subjects would have you taught?
Subjects?
Yeah.
Everything from grade 1 to grade 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, in between.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had to have concerts, and you had preparing for First Communion, Confirmation, First Confession, and all that thing. Yeah. And one funny thing happened. The first year I got ready for First Communion, they were pretty good, you know. The second year, they didn't really seem to understand, so I said to the nun up here, gosh, I'm going to find out what they're going to tell the priest. And she said, oh no, you're not allowed to do that. Well, I said, allowed or not, they're going to go in and say, tell her things to the priest. And I said, he'd say I hadn't gotten prepared. So anyway, the day before First Confession, Friday afternoon, used to bring me colouring books and stuff for her. And they'd come in and they'd, you know, lay that in the porch, and it was time to come into school. So anyway, I called them in by 1. So anyway, next thing, so some fella come up and he was going to come on in with his artwork. And here's this fella singing out, boy, you're not allowed in there. The teacher is in there hearing confessions, and she's hearing Jim Finlay now. I said, oh, I know if I'm only here, that well, they think I'm going to take over his job. Yes, just some funny things happened, you know. I was in grade 11, and there's a fellow, he was left school for years, and he decided he was coming to school to do commercial. You know, that time he used to do typing shorthand. Yeah. So Friday evening, Sister Fabian, she'd start the rolls, right? And then she'd go in the convent. Now you know what happened when she went to the convent. And myself and Rita, we'd be trying to keep law and order and keep a straight face on us. And here Laura McNeil and them be behind us, poking us and hitting us, trying to get us to laugh and everything. And we'd be trying to carry on with the rosary, so Cyril would take it for so long, and he'd jump up and give him the big telling off. This was some way to be carrying on saying the rosary. And I thought, I don't know how much we said that. Fellow starting off school and he said, he went home and he said, Mom, he said, we have a new kind of nun up there this year. He said, she doesn't dress like the other nuns.
This was you.
This was me. And then I went